If I could go back and speak to myself before I uploaded my first YouTube video, there are a few things that I would say immediately. And so guys, in this video, I want to share what I wish I knew before I uploaded my first YouTube video. Nobody starts good. You see guys, most people expect their first few videos to be better than in truth it realistically will be when you just start out on YouTube. And I'm not talking about you have experience in with public speaking or already have multiple different channels, so you had years of experience or even a couple months of experience building these skills. I'm talking about having the confidence to speak in camera, understanding how to keep your audience engaged, understand how to make YouTube thumbnail, understand how to edit videos and do title, description, tags, and know all of those little things about YouTube. I'm not talking about that, because this is where it gets really interesting. If you already had this experience, it make it super easy for you. But if you're a person who just started out on YouTube and you were struggling to get started by making your first video, this is going to make it super hard for you, and it's even going to make your videos not so good in the beginning. Because you see, all of these skills, such as learning how to speak on camera and get comfortable with it, learning how to engage with your audience or keep your audience engaged, learning how to edit a video, learning how to improve your videos by maybe creating a script, learning how to understand YouTube in general, to edit, to record, to edit, to create thumbnails, to do all of these things. It takes time, and your first few videos will never be perfect. And so that's why I always say to people, just get started with what you have where you are, because it's a learning curve and your first few videos are never going to be good anyways. This will take time for you to learn and to develop. And that's why I said don't spend time trying to get the perfect camera, get the perfect audio, because you can still have these things and not make the most out of these in the beginning, because you're just learning, you're just getting started. And over time, once you develop those skills, you will get better at what you do. Your first video is the hardest. When you're just getting started, your first video will be the hardest, because there's something that everyone battles with. In the beginning, you have this fear of who's going to watch your videos, who's going to see your video. You may be procrastinating, wanting to get started, trying to overcomplicate things, trying to find out what video to make, the best video to make, how to present, trying to get the perfect gadgets to start to be on YouTube. All of these things, including the research to decide what type of channel to create, is going to hold you back in the beginning. And so guys, this is going to be the hardest thing that you will ever do, to finally make the first video, because of the preparation that you will naturally want to do before you make that first video. This will be a huge task for you, and everyone actually go through this. And so that's why I'm telling you, based on experience, to take it easy. Just get started with what you have, where you are, and don't overcomplicate things. Don't spend too much time thinking about this perfect niche, the perfect video, the perfect gadgets, the perfect camera, audio. Don't spend too much time on that. Just get started by making that first video. Because after you overcome making that first video, this is where you eventually start to pick up momentum, because you will be thinking about the next one and the next one and the next one. And you don't want to spend time overcomplicating and thinking and trying to prepare for everything. There are so many people out there who spend this time, get trapped in the phase of trying to prepare, and it turns out that they never make that first video. So just get started with what you have and where you are. Views don't matter in the beginning. You see guys, when you're just getting started out, views should not matter. And I'm telling you, views does matter. And I know you will feel like nobody is watching, and maybe in reality, nobody is really watching. Maybe you, your close relatives, or your friends, your family, or depending if you post it on your Facebook page, some people will be curious and they might watch. But they will not be consistent if they are not truly curious about what you're speaking about or find it interesting or can relate to it, right? So in the beginning, you will not get a lot of views. YouTube will not necessarily push out your videos so quickly because YouTube requires you to make a certain amount of videos before it start to test people or try to find your ideal audience based on the content that you are producing. So you have to stay consistent, speak around related topics, and don't go all over the place because that makes it difficult and makes it even more harder and confusing for the algorithm to know who to actually test your content with. So you want to spend time mostly on learning and developing. That's where your focus should be, because if you're worried about views in the beginning and getting that 100 subscribers or that first 100 subscribers, or even to reach that first 1000 subscribers as soon as possible and that 4000 watch hours, you'll be setting up yourself for disappointment. And your goal should not be this in the beginning. Your goal should be focusing on getting better, whether that's by making better videos, doing better edits, learning how to create thumbnail, learn how to improve your titles, your thumbnail, and just get used to the YouTube game. And maybe the best thing for you is to find a way how to create a system that fits your YouTube or your content creation in your day-to-day life. This is going to make it easy for you to stay consistent over time. And that's where your focus should be in the beginning. Consistency beats talent. I have learned this the hard way. And when I say hard way, I mean that it takes that eventually when I learn to be consistent over time, by continually doing this, I was able to see trade off. And when I say the hard way, it may be because of the niche that I'm in, right? It is more of an evergreen niche. I'm making tutorial videos, and so these videos don't get a lot of views all at once, but they all adds up to make really good money. And I've produced quite a lot of videos. At this point, I've made over 10,000, maybe 12 or 13,000 videos across all my YouTube channels right now. And I've started YouTube maybe 5 years ago, but consistently in this niche of creating tutorial videos 3 years ago, right? So that's quite a lot of output for such a short space of time. What I want to mention to you is that consistency truly beats talent, because I'm not the most talented. I'm nowhere near talented. But when you think about the numbers of videos that I've produced, you can imagine that me being determined, me being consistent, putting out so much videos by finding a way how to stay consistent. There are a lot of people out there that are so much more talented than I am and are way better than I that aren't able to make so much content. They probably cannot remotely imagine how they could make so much videos. But not that they're not capable. But the point is, consistency is better than talent, and it beats it every single time. Because with consistency, you'll be able to stick with YouTube. You'll be able to repeat this for a longer period of time, which is going to result in you improving and, of course, achieving your success that you truly desire, or your goal is set out to achieve the success on YouTube that you want. And so by staying consistent, you will show up, you would improve, and you will be able to repeat this. And one of the best way how to stay consistent is if you set up a system that fits within your lifestyle that you can sustain over a long period of time on YouTube. Stop comparing yourself. A lot of people compare themselves to big creators, or find those top channels that are doing extremely well in your niche and start to compare yourself too early. Or you may even find a channel that is a couple steps ahead of you, or maybe a couple thousand subscribers more than you, and you're comparing yourself with those creators anyway. You may even find someone that just started out like you, and you realize that you're making better video than them, but they're performing much better than you because they may be being more consistent than you and maybe even putting out a higher volume than you, and you start to compare yourself. But a lot of people actually compare themselves to bigger creator, right? And this is one of the worst things you can do to yourself. Compare yourself to other creator is only gonna increase stress on you. It's gonna set you up for disappointment, and also gonna allow you to set up those false timelines that you will use to judge yourself on your success on YouTube. You don't want to do this, because setting up those false timelines is only going to set you up for disappointment. And if you don't achieve or reach that level within that short period of time, then you become disappointed, and maybe even lead to you giving up right before you achieve success on YouTube. So focus on your own journey, on your own life, on your own circumstances, and try to find a system that works for you, where you can be consistent, where you can improve and give yourself time to succeed on YouTube. Focus on the next video. You see, guys, you want to focus on the next video and focus on getting better with every video that you make. Don't focus on perfection. And you can use this channel as an example. The goal for this channel really is not to make a perfect YouTube channel with a perfect video. Of course, I might have a pretty decent camera, but I'm not the person who is going to focus on the perfection right now at this point in my journey, when I also have so many other priorities. The goal is just to make a pretty decent video, or a pretty clean video that you can watch. But I'm not focusing on the perfect lighting, to have some perfect lighting, to have some perfect edits, or whatever it is. The goal is not that. Otherwise, I could have actually done that. But of course, I try to fit YouTube within my lifestyle, the time that I have, and of course around my other businesses that I have. And so for me, this channel is not really a priority channel where I would make this to be the number one, where I'm going to have the perfect lighting and the perfect edits and have that cinematic video and all these things. This channel is a channel that I have created just to share my journey with you, just share with you tips that you can take away and use in your day-to-day life, or even in your early YouTube journey. And so of course, I'm just focusing on the next video. And for me, the next video is the next topic, and not about perfection. I don't care if I have some truck passing out there and blowing horns, or the traffic is heavy, or it's raining, or my son wakes up and coming to my office, or whatever it is. This doesn't concern me. So for me, it's better to put out the content as long as you guys are able to hear me, able to understand, and it's okay to watch. It's not about perfection. And you want to have that mindset. And I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't improve your quality of your videos, right? Because on my other channels, I've done so. And on this channel, I will absolutely do it when it's absolutely necessary. So the goal is not to focus on perfection and waste time to have that perfect video. It's actually focus on that next video, ensure that you get it out, ensure that you're able to record it. Because there's also going to be days when you're not feeling at your best. Maybe you can be a little bit sick, or you might have a little flu, or you might have a little pimple on your face, or you might not have your hair done, or whatever it's going to be. And you're going to make this hinder you from getting out that next video. Come on. If someone is going to watch your video and watch your imperfections just to use that to criticize you, then they're not coming to your channel for the value. They're coming to watch you. And you shouldn't be wasting your time on those people. After all, we're all human, and we're just using the medium of making videos by camera and upload it on YouTube. But if you'll be able to meet these people face to face, people who are really interested in the content, they wouldn't mind what you look like, what you have on your skin, or what's going on in your background, as long as you're not showing anything outrageous, right? People just want to resonate with you, be able to relate to you, see you as a real and true person. And for you, you should have that in the back of your mind and have that as a confidence boost, that I'm not going to worry about perfection. I'm going to get the proper information out, and I'm going to just focus on the next video. So if you're able to really just not focus on perfection and make the next video, and you're able to either make a better video or come up with a better title or whatever it is, even by just staying consistent with making little improvements here and there, it's already a win, and it's already a success for you when you hit publish or when you hit schedule on your YouTube channel. What I would tell myself today: don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the views. Don't worry about the subscribers. Don't worry about the perfect video. Don't worry about the perfect gadgets. Just focus on making that next video and staying consistent. Focus on learning, focus on improving, and stay in the YouTube game. And that's what I would tell myself if I could go back in time and give myself some advice on what I would do before I make my first video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.